All right, Maximus Analysis here for March 29th, 2016. And starting with the ES Daily, we see the huge move up from Yellen's talk at 12:20. You really saw a big move here. Shh, 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 shh. All right, as you can hear, my little ones are in the office with me, so excuse me for if you hear me stopping and pausing. Um, Holding this 200-day moving average, we're right. Again, want to see some type of follow through. You had good movement on a couple of names that we've been watching. Again, if they push and follow through, we're looking at 2070. And even, I mean, unless they get paused up at that 2080 level, we could potentially be seeing a 2093.50 type of move up. And that brings it basically all the way up to close to the highs. Now, with that being said, we don't want to discount the ES on the weekly time frame because we have our bear market, kind of our trend line that we're looking. But we would, again, we are adjusting, but we still don't want to discount the fact that we have to be flexible enough to know that the volume is tapering down and we're still having lower highs. Okay, so again, we really want to see them hold above this 2003 level. Shh, 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 shh. Okay. Um, let's look next on the NQ. And hey, no, I know, but listen, I need you guys to stop right not right now, okay? In 1 second, all right? I'm gonna make this one quick. I'm actually gonna just do the indexes for you guys. But you can see we're into this band of resistance here in the NQ. Good follow through candle on the bullish engulfing. We want to follow through to 50, I would say 40, 45.23, and we want to hold 43.23.50 all week. That puts us around this level right here. Again, they could follow through, and I would be looking basically around this 4600 level to kind of say where they're going to pause against. Again, we have to look on the weekly time frame for the NQ to say, okay, we're still bucking up against resistance. The volume is dying down. Again, this candle is not closed yet. So again, looking at the weekly, you still have to say, okay, it's Tuesday. We still have a lot more time to go, but let's not discount this weekly chart. So I want to show you both sides of the fence that if you played the lows, congratulations. But right now isn't the time to really load the truck up on some long stuff unless you're, again, using an aggressive time frame to get in and out of the positions. Next, we'll look at the YM on the daily. And you can see kind of the same thing we've talked about. We want the 17,250 area to hold. And that's the area we want to see hold. And again, if they're going to get to the highs, they could potentially look at this midpoint here, which puts them around 17,900. CL K contract on the daily. We're getting kind of deep into this area right here, kind of grinding up and down. So we want them not to close below 3680. Hold of, again, they broke them below the $40 mark, and they're starting to get in a choppy type of nature. But we really want to see them get above these highs with some type of oomph versus, barely getting to it. So again, the volume is high to start. Let's see where it goes and where it goes on the weekly. So again, we want to make sure we're looking at both time frames. This was just a little zone I threw out there based on this weekly spike down. So again, ES continuing the bulls. If we're giving these levels to say bulls, shh, 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 that the bulls are still in control unless they break some key levels, which they haven't yet. So again, smaller time frame, but you could definitely see on a couple different names that I won't have time to review now. They had some good follow through. Example, Amazon, Netflix. As a matter of fact, let me try to get some of this stuff done quickly. So this is Amazon on the daily. Amazon, we're looking at a target around 600 to 602. And it would be more of pulling profits because right now they're already 5 days into this move up. So just be a little bit, cautious in regards to just adding to a position like that. So again, looking at the weekly on Amazon, you can see a nice little pop up so far, but I would be pulling profits if it was based on having the short from around this the long from around this 200-day moving average. Next one is Netflix quickly. We'll look for basically see what's going to happen. If it gets up to 105.68, let's kind of see what happens at that level. You got the 200-day moving average above that as well. Tesla is actually down. I mean, it's just an indecision day. Doji, we want him to hold, of course, 215 this whole week. But it's just weird that, such a big day that Tesla didn't participate much. But a doji here is just indecision. So again, we have the 215 mark that we're going to be looking at for Tesla, especially on this daily. Google, Google again is so it's up above that level that we talked about for weeks now, which is the 756 area. But let's make sure that it closes above that level, because we have a lot of weeks up and it just barely got above there and it's still not making new highs. So just let's really look at what this volume is going to do by Friday. So I'm going to keep this one short, but I appreciate you guys taking a look. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Have a great day.